Hey everyone, I'm Charting Man Dan with the Chart Guys, back with a bit of internet thanks to Starlink. So we're going to check in on the broader market. Today was dominated by the uranium space, but we're going to look at everything. Let's get to it. So as you know, we've been bullish the broader market because the charts are telling us that we are in strong uptrends. The S&P 500 is at 27-year highs as far as gains into October, and we have monthly, daily, weekly uptrends as our guides. The bulls keep buying the dip. You get the idea. We have a daily stair-step pattern right now on the S&P 500 futures chart. A lot of space for higher lows. We got SPY. Technically, daily consolidation is underway, but anything over 566, 63 is a higher low. Again, it's just the perfect bullish rotation keeps happening. We keep seeing XLF extremely strong when QQQ needs to pull back and vice versa. And I put out a video last week or a couple weeks ago talking about that inverse relationship and how much it has helped me as a trader. And I'm very glad to say that it got a bunch more views than usual. So the headline that I used got a little attention. That's a good thing. I use that to make money today, and I'll show you how. NASDAQ. So NASDAQ, forget that for now. NASDAQ started daily consolidation. And it was due. Again, daily stair step up or grinding up. This is the bear's last stand to defend the all-time high. The NASDAQ all-time high adjusted for the dividend is 503.52, and we got within 1% and rejected. Apple, double top at the all-time high, unadjusted for dividends, and we rejected. NVDA, we'll look at that in just a moment, double top at the all-time high by less than 1% and rejected. So this is the bears backs against the wall saying this is the only level we have to go off of, and we're going to do everything we can to defend it. If we're going to believe bears on any of these rejections, we've got to confirm daily downtrends as the first step. At this point, you look at QQQ, and bulls are just fine on the daily time frame, holding EMA 12 with anything above 480.87, a daily higher low. So bears have a lot more proving to do if we're going to say, hey, that's a convincing double top rejection, and the bears are now getting some momentum. I'm watching for it. I'm giving the bears a chance. Show me that I should be shifting my perspective. They've been unable to do so. So back to the inverse correlation. Today, QQQ was dumping on the 5-minute time frame. The RSI was down in the teens, approaching single digits. I like playing oversold bounces, especially when daily higher low is the most likely scenario. So where's support? Well, for QQQ, we broke the low of yesterday, and there's no clear support level. It's really just the low of each previous day. Some people use volume profile like Lamont and things like that, but for me, I didn't have a clear QQQ level to be going off of. So what do? I look for clues, and XLF was giving some potential clue. So XLF testing the all-time high. All-time high is coming into play, 47.39. On the morning. And again, it was directly inverse. This is XLF going straight up while QQQ is going straight down. So I know bigger picture, bulls are just fine. S&P 500 is just fine. If the rotation is going on, bulls don't have anything to worry about. If everything's dropping together, bulls have something to worry about. So I used XLF resistance to play a QQQ bounce. So we broke the all-time high by 2 pennies, but essentially a rejection from the all-time high and a pretty decent drop, a 0.5% drop almost, in almost one 5-minute candle there. So I was anticipating if XLF that is going straight up and is very overbought on the short-term time frames rejects from the all-time high, and if XLF and QQQ stay inverse, that means QQQ is going to bounce. And so I used that information to enter TQQQ near that level. So TQQQ 71.85 was my entry, and the low of the day was 71.60s. So I'm in right near those lows. Scale out some. I think I scaled out everything into that 5-minute V-shaped bounce. And again, inverse relationship letting me know, number one, it's okay to look bull because the broader market is just fine. Number two, potential clues. So we'll see if QQQ can set this daily high or low in the short term. What I want to see, XLF is very due for consolidation now. XLF has been a beast. We had this tightening daily range break bull. Again, in best case scenario, just giving us clues. We know volatility is coming. How's it going to break? Earnings roll around. That's a very clear bull break. The next time we see daily consolidation in XLF, I want to see semiconductors bouncing on the daily. That will be showing us the inverse rotation. That'll be showing us everything's just fine. Right now, you've got SMH bears trying to shape up a monthly lower high. Anything under 283, the all-time high, is a monthly lower high. So got to be keeping an eye. We got, potential upturning resistance line we could be keeping an eye on. Is this a rising wedge that's going to set a monthly lower high? Again, what we have to see is confirmed daily downtrend. This was a big pullback. Never confirmed a daily downtrend. This is a decent pullback. Do we confirm a daily downtrend? Confirming a daily downtrend would be the first baby step towards a monthly lower high coming. But NVDA is still just fine. Solid recovery day. This is a bull flag attempt holding daily EMA 12 with a double top at all-time highs. Bulls want to break that level. Key short-term support is now 128.74. It's not an official daily high or low being set, but we could say if that level holds, we're going to all-time highs. If that level breaks, weekly consolidation will likely be shaping up. And then we'll look for a weekly high or low because anything above 194 is a weekly high or low. Again, I'm not going to nail the top in this market, and because I am not trying to nail the top, I am continuously enjoying this bull move. SMR, uranium getting the action today. So the headline was SMR and Amazon working together. Amazon, essentially, big tech needs power for all of their chip making and all of their chips and all their AI stuff. And the narrative is now big tech giants, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, are looking towards nuclear. And what I mean by the thumbnail in this video is nuclear is getting sexy is now the herd's paying attention because they're getting the headlines that make them pay attention. And the headlines that make them pay attention are, I know these companies. These big companies are working with uranium. I'm interested. That's the next phase of this AI euphoria and opportunity for making money in the markets. I missed the chips. I missed NVDA. Or maybe I got those gains and it was great. This is the next wave. Those of you who've been following the chart, guys, know that thanks to Red Devil and others, we've been following uranium as a bull sector for years. And, 2 years ago, we put out a newsletter, is uranium the next hype sector? You had Jungle Funk and Red Devil doing the weekly uranium updates. And the shame of it all is that the analytics just are not there. I post about uranium on Twitter. I will get 10, even if crypto is bearish, I'll get 3 times the engagement from a crypto post in a bearish market than I'll get in a uranium post in a raging bull market. And so here's SMR that got the headline, blue sky breakout. Look at the gains. It wasn't on the gap up. It was after the open. It had the highest volume day by far. In terms of dollar volume, it was something like 150% of its highest dollar volume day. And it's just in beast mode. And CCJ, we were watching for this 3-month long-term high or low right off EMA 12 support. And here we are testing all-time highs. And again, we've been all over CCJ for the last couple of years. Remember long-term monthly pattern video where we were watching this CCJ monthly equilibrium and it broke bull at 29.67. And now we're trying to get a 100% move off that move. But anyways, back to SMR. And again, big shout out to Red Devil for being all over uranium and pointing to us. Look at uranium, long-term, fundamental story. And again, now the herd is catching on because of the sexy headline. Where'd my posts go? Bear with me. All right, so after the big move up, I missed the initial move up. I didn't expect that much buying after the open. But I'm scouting some swing uranium this afternoon. The volume in this sector opens the door for the potential of a gap up open tomorrow. We'll see how we close. I knew exactly what I wanted to see and how I wanted it to shape up. I wanted to see, bear with me. Anyways, you'll have to believe me. I said I want to see afternoon consolidation to an hourly bull flag and a strong end of day close. And that's exactly what SMR gave us. So I make my swing entry during that consolidation. I buy at 1780, and I would look to add if we got another leg down, still looking for that hourly high or low. And fortunately, we just ran up really hard. And so I've got a swing position looking for more tomorrow. Ideally, we may not get it. We'll see. But again, that's enough volume and it's blue sky breakout that I'll make a play for the gap up open and just risk some profits thanks to a consolidation entry. And we are definitely in back burner watch for all uranium names. CCJ, SMR, OKLO, just monster volume, monster moves. Those are the three that I'm watching. URA is the ETF. But again, uranium, big move today. Social media doesn't care. Wall Street Bets is now talking about it, but my Twitter followers, for the most part, I know there's some of you out there, but don't care about uranium, even though it's been a big bull for a long time. Lithium, thanks to Red Devil, I'm fairly confident we're near the cycle lows in lithium. We said this a couple weeks ago. Probably a good place for longer term focus. Red Devil is good with commodities. So I've been in some LAC. Entering on daily consolidation, we had an equilibrium and we had news. Again, look at the volume. LAC volume, highest volume in terms of shares, potentially ever. Nope, not ever, but in years. 3-4 years. After hours, they're running it right now. Ooh, really running it. I might have to take more profit. Pause. All right, sold a little bit. I sold 40% today on the gap up open, just sold a third of what I have left. But again, it's just one of those basing out patterns, balancing scale strategy. Google that video if you don't know what I'm talking about. Just balancing out after being a long-term bear and now trying for a longer-term bounce. But again, a long road to go here. This is a low cap penny stock name. I'm not investing in this name. Anything under 771 is a monthly lower high. Just playing the momentum. LIT, we're scouting a daily higher low here. Monster move up, big retracement, but daily stair step, daily higher low, most likely scenario. And again, just bigger picture, trying to put in that longer term bottom. Still need to confirm a weekly uptrend. But I'm interested in commodity names. And, you know, the metals have been running very hard. We're going to look at those in just a moment, but certainly going well. Healthcare. Big question for me is, can the bulls confirm a daily uptrend from here? This is monthly consolidation in XLV. We're looking for a monthly high or low. The healthcare sector has fallen off the last couple of weeks, but it's healthy contained consolidation at this point. So can we confirm the daily uptrend? Would love to see that happen as usually XLF and XLV were trading hand in hand. That has diverged for the most significant period we've seen this year probably. But I would love to see XLV confirm a daily uptrend while XLF gets inevitable healthy daily consolidation. Again, it's all about the rotation game. Is it still happening or not? And the answer is yes. So XLF, all-time high close. This sector doesn't care that Buffett is selling BAC hand over fist. Daily stair step the last 7 days in a row. Again, we're due for daily consolidation. We're not going to be surprised in the slightest when it happens from here. We've been holding weekly EMA 12 support for 4 months. And it's just one of the many very strong sectors in the market right now. IWM. Keep an eye on IWM. Here we are confirming a weekly higher low off EMA 12. We're testing 227.85, which is the highest level in years. After that, it's just all-time highs. And again, if you've heard me say before, I'm talking about to my dad saying for the first time in my life, hey, it might be time to take some profit in this market. If it's going to be a blow off top scenario, we need S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Russell all at all-time highs together. And so if Russell sees another 5 to 10% of upside, then those conditions are aligning. And again, I know I'm not going to nail the top, but if we get into that euphoria blow off top mode, definitely going to be scaling out some longer term positions that I bought during CVID and that I bought during 2022 bear market. And again, going to be telling my dad, you know, hey, are you going to miss, where's the risk? Missing more upside after a 30% plus year, or missing or giving back profits? And the answer is giving back profits, but not just yet. Give me all-time highs everywhere. Cannabis space, TCNNF is trying for a weekly bull flag. The vote for recreational is 14 trading days away. No red flags whatsoever. Again, keeping in mind the majority of the move, well, I won't say that, but the trade has been made from entering end of summer and looking for this run up into the vote. Can we get another leg up? I hope so. But right now the vote, you know, it's 50% chance that it passes. 60% chance, best case, that it passes right now. Because the polls aren't really giving us conviction. We need 60% of the vote. It's not a sure thing. And so in my opinion, it's not priced in. You cannot price something in. You know, if it were 85% chance like Colorado and Washington were back in 2013, then it would be mostly priced in. But because we don't have that confidence it's going to pass, it can't be mostly priced in by definition. MSOS is still really weak. It is holding TCNNF back without a doubt. We got to turn this resistance zone into support if we're going to see TCNNF head up towards 13. But still holding the position, letting it play out. I don't know if, you know, I might size down pre-vote. Absolutely. That would be a more conservative style. But again, the gains on the run-up have been made, and I don't want to give back too much of that, because if the vote fails, these stocks are going to dump. Florida stocks. The dollar, daily falling wedge, certainly broke bull and followed through. Good news for the broader market, it's completely ignoring it. Good news for the metals, for the most part, it's ignoring it. But we will be looking for a temporary top in the dollar here soon. Daily stair step, almost the entire time, aside from a tiny bull flag. We know a monthly lower high is the most likely scenario. So I'm looking for the dollar to temporarily top out here soon. And so with that, maybe that helps gold get another leg up. All-time high today, no follow through, but it's a weekly bull flag. I'd love to see the dollar top out here to get a bit more follow through. Silver, also trying to be a weekly bull flag. EMA 12 support test. Wouldn't be surprised to chop around here for a bit. And miners, GDX double topped with multiple year highs today. So question is, do we tighten up for a bit? Or can we get a more convincing bull break? Oil, just chopping around. I don't have clarity on oil at this point in terms of conviction for a most likely scenario. We are still in a clear monthly downtrend. Anything under 80.71 was a monthly lower high. Daily downtrend. I don't really care about oil. So, I don't want to talk anymore. Do good things. I'll eventually make a little hurricane reflection video probably this weekend, but other than that, back in the flow of things. See you soon. I'm really liking the routine of trading and then just popping out here for 15 minutes every now and again, chop a bunch of wood, get a good workout, get off the screen, don't overtrade, and then come back and just cycle through that all day. And then cool down with a sauna and cold plunge after.